Hey everyone, Micah here with Electrek, and today we're reviewing the Fiido D11 electric bike. This is one of the first test rides ever on this e-bike, as it was just launched on Indiegogo for pre-order, and we have one of the only models in existence. So buckle up and let's take this one for a ride. Look, I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I'm already impressed with this e-bike. For $799 bucks, you're getting a lot to like here. They went with a unique frame design, which I'm actually a fan of. It's equal parts minimalist and innovative. They even run the cables internally, which you don't normally find on sub $800 e-bikes. Sometimes folding e-bikes can get into somewhat wonky designs, but the Fiido D11 managed to maintain a folding mechanism while still looking pretty good. Now, as a folding bike, it folds like pretty much any other folder. First you've got the handlebars, and then you've got the, if I can open it, there we go, the central part of the frame. Now this one does not have folding pedals, but I assume that's because it's the prototype and that the final version will come with the folding pedals. But basically it folds as small as any other folding bike. There's nothing super fancy about the folding mechanism. Now what is fancy about the bike, of course, is the battery, which is also the seat post. You just disconnect the wire here, pop open the seat clamp, and then the battery slides right out. And I never understood how they could fit 36 volts and over 11 amp hours into a seat post battery until I got it in my hands and I realized how long this thing is. I mean, look at how deep that goes. It's like a tooth. I mean, this is almost like a baseball bat or something. It's a lot bigger than I expected, but that's how you fit that much capacity into such an odd-shaped battery. And sure, it's odd-shaped, but most of the battery is hidden in the frame when the seat post is installed, and then I think the design actually looks pretty good. You even get a built-in taillight in the back of the seat post that incorporates a brake light to complement the headlight. When it comes to specs and performance, the D11 is good, but not great. That's because it's sold internationally, and so it comes with EU-level performance limits, meaning we're rocking a 250-watt motor in the rear. But this isn't some dinky 250-watt motor like I've seen on some other Euro-spec e-bikes. It's actually enough to easily power me on throttle alone. The pedal assist works quite well too, even if it's just cadence-based. You get 3 levels of pedal assist, which is not a ton, but it works just fine, plus you get a 7-speed transmission. Both pedal assist and the throttle only take you up to 15 miles per hour or 25 kilometers per hour, which again is the basic Euro-spec speed. I'd love a higher speed, but this is for cities and it's probably fine. The whole bike ends up weighing just about 17.5 kilograms or 38 pounds with the battery installed, which is practically a featherweight when you're talking about electric bikes. One area I noticed where many people were concerned about the D11 when it was announced was in terms of locking the bike. There's no triangle to lock through, so I tested out 3 different types of locks to see how you could secure the bike. First I tried a U-lock, which I had to put around the lower portion of the frame to leave enough horizontal space in the U for a post. But if you lock to a horizontal bike rack, then you can lock right across the main part of the frame. You can also lock through the chain ring. Next I tried a chain lock, which just wraps around the frame. You'd have to disassemble the bike to slide it out of the chain, which would take a while and would probably deter most thieves. Then I tried one of these rigid link-style locks, which you can use like a chain lock, and for good measure I also went through the chain ring here as well. So you definitely have options when it comes to locking, even if it's not quite as good as locking through a standard triangle. All in all, I'd say I'm quite happy with the D11. There aren't too many things I can complain about here. The screen looks great in theory, nice and sleek, but unfortunately it's fairly dim in direct sunlight when you don't place a shadow over it. You also have to take the battery out with you when you park since it can't be locked to the bike. But other than that, the D11 is actually a pretty awesome folder and I don't really have many complaints. It looks great, it's comfortable to ride, it's got that nice, pretty big 416 watt-hour battery, it comes with built-in lights, and there are even mounting points to add fenders. It ticks most of my boxes for a city folding bike, and of course you can't beat that price. Thanks for watching everyone. We hope you enjoyed that early look at the Fiido D11 folding electric bike. If you did enjoy the video, why don't you give it a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe so you can check out all of Electrek's electric vehicle videos. We'll see you here next time.